Good morning. It's Tuesday, October 17th. It's 10 after 7 in the morning. I woke up probably about 25 minutes ago. It turned out I thought I was going to have the whole run of the house, but I guess late last night while I was out getting dinner at about 6:30, two people decided to check in. So they had the upstairs, I had the downstairs. I never saw them. They just went out. I'm just waiting. I have about 50 minutes until my shuttle gets here. I'm all packed up, ready to go. I got some stuff I got to store in my car, just spare clothes, stuff that I'm not going to need. My pack is going to be fully loaded. My foot, I'm having pain on the front of my left foot. I'm hoping it's not an inflamed tendon across the top, because it does go up to the ankle and into the shin area. So if that's already inflamed, I got trouble, because it's probably not going to get better except with rest. But I'll have to walk through it. It's like shin splints. You just have to deal with it. Gonna try and do at least 15 to 18 miles today. I'd like to get to the start of Floyd Park. I think it's called Sloppy Floyd Park. So, and then I'll camp over there. It's about 41 degrees outside, so it's a little chilly. I'll start out with my windbreaker on my jacket, my wind shirt. Okay, I'm at the deli now. I just grabbed some Gatorade. So I bought 2 Gatorades to drink now, one, and the other one I'm saving. And then I bought a larger one because I was hoping to buy a 1 liter bottle of water, but that's not going to happen. Out here they have this table, but you can see there's plugs right there. So if you need to, you can probably use the power. Okay, I'm on my way. It's 8:30, so about an hour later start than yesterday, but I'm hoping to go a lot less distance. Really tight right now as I start. Hopefully I'll loosen up as I walk. Just left that truck stop. Food was good. Our biscuit was big. I couldn't finish it all, really. I finished probably 90% of it. But it was good. It's chilly. It's about 43 degrees right now, probably. But it'll be warming up. I didn't put any sunscreen on today, and my hat's in my backpack. Okay, it's 9:20 now. I've been walking for about 50 minutes, and I think I reached the trailhead here. You walk past the road. You can actually take the road and probably walk down a mile, and the trail rejoins this trail, and you can stay on the road. But of course I wanted to walk on the actual trail. Here you can see there's a small Pinhoti Trail emblem, so I know I'm going the right way. And it looks like there's a bench and a garbage can up ahead, which is nice. But here there's a bench and a garbage and even a recycling bin. So, and obviously, I know you probably shouldn't, but if you really needed to, I could see, you camping in the area if you needed to. I probably could have easily walked here last night. It would have been hard, but I probably could have made another 2-3 miles, go in a little bit, and it's a dry camp. But after a short walk, probably about maybe 0.8, 0.7, you come across the road. That's where I just came from right there. You come across the road, and the Pinhoti continues here. Once again, it's blocked off, but it looks like cars or ATVs can get in here, no problem. And then they have, it looks like another garbage can and a bench here, which is nice, and continues. There's a deer that just came out. You can see him on the road. Try and hold it still. It's not easy. Zoomed in 10 times. There he is. There he goes. You can see the white tail. He's running down the path. There's a marker here for the Pinhoti. on the trail. It says mile something, but it's illegible. But it's just nice that it's here. Walking along, just saw what looked to be a fox cross the trail. Unfortunately, I couldn't get my phone out to get it. But yeah, it was nice to see. Don't usually see them. Okay, it's a little after 11 o'clock now. I've walked about 7.5 miles. I'm still walking. I crossed over a road, and the area on the other side was much wider and nicer and a better path. I guess it shares the Pinhoti Trail with another trail, which is like a park trail as well. I took a picture of the sign, so you would have seen that already. This area here is just, I guess, the Pinhoti, it seems like, and it's definitely not as well maintained, not as wide, and it's noticeably more rocky. Well, good afternoon. It's about 12:15. That's where the trail is, right there. I walked through that grass to get over here. Unfortunately, I started getting a little worried because I was walking on the trail and it shows the church coming earlier than it really is. So when you cross back on the road all the way back there, you kind of see the road. You just continue on the trail on the other side of those trees. But you can actually walk on this road, which wouldn't be a bad idea either, because if you're coming to the church to get water, and if you're coming to the New Hope South Baptist Church to get water, you can see my pack, and right there is the water spigot on the left side, which is just a great thing. I'm not dying for water yet, but it definitely would be a hard push for me to continue going, and it does alleviate some of the stress you have about worrying whether you're going to have enough water for the rest of the day. So it's at about a 10.5 mile mark from where I started at Evans Brothers Deli today in the gas station. So it was about 10.5 miles to get here. But on the map, it actually shows it coming sooner. So I started getting worried that I missed it and maybe I was supposed to go on the road. But you can kind of see the road, and I never saw it. All of a sudden you start seeing this beautiful white building, which is the church. So I'm thankful for that, very much for them, and doing that and allowing hikers to come here and get water, which is a blessing for them as well, because we definitely need it. So, okay, unlike what I usually do, I'm actually going to take a break here. I think I'm going to have a little something to eat. I just finished my first liter of water, and I filled it up. I'm probably going to have a little bit of more water so that I'm really full, and then I'm going to walk and see where I go. After coming out of the woods, you're walking alongside the road. You can stay in the grass here. I guess you could walk on the road if you want to, but the grass is pretty smooth enough. It's mowed, and you can see there's a couple of markings on some of these posts that tell you that you're on the Pinhoti. Most of the time, there's really not very good markings while you're in that tunnel kind of thing, or you're walking along the path. Obviously, if you get on the path, you don't have to worry because there's really no place to turn off, so you just stay on it. So they don't really need a lot of markings. But at the intersections and stuff, you have to either follow map or look for the markings. There's supposed to be a couple of reroutes, but I haven't come upon them, or I guess I haven't seen them yet. So I'm a little concerned about that, because sometimes I go inside my head when I'm walking and I'm not paying the best attention to what's going on around me. And if the trail turns off, I'm going to look to the map, but if it's not, the map isn't right, that'll throw me off. So try and pay a little better attention. But so far, it's been pretty good. I was walking and I looked down, and there's some sort of grasshopper or cricket on me. And I was going to take a picture of him. I don't know how long he's been there, but probably a while. And of course, as soon as I stopped, I went to go take a picture, he jumped off me. I'm carrying enough weight. Trying to figure out where to go now. I believe we have to cross this. Well, there's a little pothole there. little hole. Luckily, I didn't turn an ankle. Okay, that's my first fall. So, it wasn't too bad. Kind of soft. I went down soft, landed on my elbows. So this is the trail. You cross a road, and then it crosses on the left side of the same road you were on the right side earlier. So it would be just as easy probably to stay on the road. Definitely would be faster going, but this is where the trail is. So right after I crossed that road, as you can see, hey, good boy, go home. Right after that road, a couple of dogs came out. As you can see, they followed me down the trail a little bit. Right where that back dog is where the gate is. They came running through the woods and pretty aggressive, but they stopped and listened to commands, sort of, as you can see. Okay, so I guess they decided I wasn't a threat. I thought they had turned around when I started recording, and then I looked, and the dog was actually coming up behind me. So, but other than that, that's the first encounter I've had with dogs today. You know, actually coming out onto the road. Well, no, I take that back. This is the second encounter. The first encounter was on that beautiful trail back there, but that dog didn't really come close at all. That guy wasn't that close either, but just he came charging like he had intent. So, but I was giving him commands, as you heard, and they kind of listened. So I don't know if I would have stopped over there if I didn't keep walking. I think they were a little slow to see me until I was making noise, probably. But that might have been a different story then. Okay, I hope I'm saying this right. I reached Taliaferro Creek, and you can see the trail that I was hiking on goes here. You cross over this bridge, and I read several people advised they got lost at the last road crossing, but I think they really mean here. And several people here said pay attention because you can see the trail, but there's a trail to the right here, which it's very easy to just walk right past it. But you'll notice that that tree there has a Pinhoti marker. So you have to follow this trail. So we're leaving that right of way or whatever, and we're traveling up here. So it's really easy to get lost. Same thing here. I'm walking up the trail. I'm right next to the creek. You can hear it right next to me on the right. So now you're on the other side of the creek, and the trail continues going down. But if you don't pay attention over here to this trail on the left, and that's where the Pinhoti goes. And there's a marker right there on the tree in front of me. Okay, I came out of the woods. That's the last Pinhoti sign. And you're faced with, you're below the power lines. There's a trail to the left. There's a trail directly in front of you that goes to the left and to the right. And without reading the comments, I wouldn't know which way to go. There's no sign here, no markings. They really need to put a post here. But if you look over here, so you go down this path here, following the power lines, and then right across there, you see a tree, and there's a marking on that tree. You can see a white Pinhoti sign. That's the only way I would find this. I would never have found this. And now you can see the trail. That's where I came from, back up there, where you can see the little V to the left. Then you walk down here, there's almost like a false trail off to your left, but it doesn't lead here. But this one has the Pinhoti sign on the tree to the right-hand side. You can just see it right there. And this is the road you have to take. So really confusing. Really could use some better signage here. So I made it to the Chattahoochee Forest, National Forest, and this is the trailhead here for the Pinhoti. And there's actually, it looks like those are toilets, pit toilets, I would imagine, and a parking lot here. I'm gonna figure out where the trail is and figure out what I'm gonna do. I've gone 15 and a half miles. It's 20 after 2. Right past the trailhead, you can see the parking lot's right there. There is this tree here on the left as you're walking in with water bottles, which is nice. Thank you to whoever left those. Greatly appreciated. I'm gonna drink some water here. Okay, I'm gonna try and be aware of those wasps that they gave a warning about. I'm assuming the trail reroute through this area, instead of bringing you further up the trail, where you would have to walk back here to the trailhead, it actually now brings you to the trailhead, and then you go in this way. So on the map that I have, you actually join the trail somewhere further down, like about point 1, point 2. And if you want to come to the trailhead, you have to backtrack down a side spur, and then you can get to either the water cache or the bathrooms. But with the new rerouting, I guess it brings you right to the parking lot and the trailhead. So I guess it is kind of better. I'd like to go at least another half hour to an hour, and then maybe I'll start looking for a spot to camp. There's a stone bench. I'm at a place on the map called Jenkins Gap. And this is where I'm going to stop for the night. I thought it was at a road or something for some reason, but it's after a reroute of the trail. There's this clearing over here. There's probably room for, 2, 3, probably even 4 tents if you want to go down a little bit. The trail used to, I think, come on that road that you see right there. But they rerouted it, which I think is longer. I'm done. It's been a long day. It's 4:30 now. So I probably about an hour and a half of daylight, maybe 2 hours actually. But I'm going to get order of business done. I'm definitely going to pitch a tent, get my food started, and settle in for the night. Walked almost 20 miles today, a little bit further than I planned on. My feet are sore, but good. I'm glad to have done this and come over here. And this will be a good place. I guess I'm right off that road over there that you can see behind me. And I think that's the old trail, and they rerouted it. It's pretty steep, and there were a couple of places where I'm coming down. Luckily, it was really, really angled on a slope, and I'm thankful that I'm going down and not up it. But either way, you'd have to make it. Okay, my tent is set up. I just have to put my stuff in it, but I wanted to take care of the next thing of business was finding a place to hang my food. So my bear bag. So you can see my tent just over there. And I came across the road on the other side. So it's far enough away from me, hopefully. It should be farther, really, probably. But I'm hoping that no people camp here on a regular and animals aren't coming by to check for food. So here it is. I have it on that branch. It's a pretty thick branch. I imagine a squirrel or someone could probably get out on it. Definitely. So, but my bag's kind of heavy. It's just over 6 pounds. And if I put some of my other stuff I have in there, like sunscreen and chapstick and everything, it's probably closer to 7 pounds. So I need a thicker branch. And what I'll do is I'll probably tie it off to another branch over there. And hopefully it'll be high enough that it won't be a problem. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. Feels weird. It's the first time I'm camping in probably since May. So what is that, like 5 months, 4 months? So it feels kind of weird. Yeah, 5 months. So, but stuff happens just routinely. You just, pick up where you left off and what you're used to. I'm going to make sure I'm going to start inflating my pad, putting all my gear inside there, and get the tent ready. I've got 3 hours till sunset, so I got plenty of time. Even with, I'm kind of on the top of a mountain. It's going to set over there. So as you can see, there's the sun. So, probably in about 2.5 hours, I'll start getting long shadows. And by that time, I should have eaten my food and settled in for the night. And I do have reception up here. So I'll be able to check in with home and probably send a couple of messages out as well. So we're going to be making Mountain House biscuits and gravy. I personally have never had the Mountain House biscuits and gravy, but several other hikers have told me that it's great, and that's one of their favorite meals. So I picked it up. I guess I'm kind of making this meal first because it's heavy and it takes up a lot of room in the bag, just because of the foil bag. Got to look at what time I started, so I'll just wait 4 minutes from now. I'll stir it in a little bit. I'll wait a minute or two and stir it. I found a pair of sunglasses up here at the campsite, so I'll carry them out with me. I won't leave them here. I don't think anyone will be coming back for them. I certainly once I'm down a mountain, I'm not coming back up for that. The ground is really hard here. You saw me using a rock to bang the stakes in. Some of them I'm hoping will hold through the night. They pulled out a little bit, but it's really dry, crumbly and very hard. Once I finish eating, I'll probably go to the bathroom, finish drinking my Gatorade probably, and settle in, look at the map, like I said, plan for tomorrow, what I'm going to do. Probably phone home since I do have reception here, it looks like, and start powering up stuff as well for tomorrow. Then I'll put my food bag up along with all my smellables. The only thing I'm going to do after that would be brush my teeth, floss and brush my teeth. Trying to be religious about flossing. So, not something I've done naturally most of my life, but I've been on a streak for about a month or so. So, I'm making the effort. And yeah, then I'll put my garbage as well into the food bag, and everything will go up the tree that's back there across the road. And I'll settle into the tent for the night, hopefully. I'm really hoping I don't have to get out to go to the bathroom at all. That would be great. Temperature should be dropping. Right now it's really comfortable, actually. So it's probably in the 60s, I would imagine. There's no breeze, or very little, I should say a very slight breeze. I feel it every once in a while, but it's not bad up here. You know, I'm close to a summit, but I do have the trees around me. They're not that thick, but at least there's not much of a breeze. So I think that'll help me tonight. I just looked at my Garmin. I have it on the phone, which is better, which I'll connect to, but it basically said I did 19.8 miles. So looking at my watch and checking it, I did 33,000 steps today. I think yesterday I did like 50,000. I've never done that much. I did 19.8 miles according to my watch in 8 hours and 3 minutes. Yeah, I did 19.81 miles in 8 hours and 3 minutes. So my average speed was 2.5 miles per hour. And that's what it looks like. It does look a little messy, I guess. As you can see, there's buttermilk biscuit, there's sausage and gravy. Okay, I waited a couple more minutes and I'm going to try it again. So hopefully everything's hydrated now. Tastes good. Like it says, biscuits and gravy. Not bad. I think this is a buy again. Well, I made quick work of that. So, wasn't bad. I thought maybe I might have either added a little too much water. I think I was a little over, or maybe you would use less water next time. Seemed to be a lot of gravy at the bottom. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way or not. But I know I was a little bit above the line, but it doesn't matter. I need the water, and the gravy tastes good anyway. There's a couple of pieces of trash I just noticed here. Unfortunately, someone had a Snickers bar, which I would love to have right now, but they left the wrapper here. I see two of them. So I'm going to take those with me and throw them in my pouch. And that's what I'm going to use as my garbage. This will be my garbage bag going forward until I can get to a garbage can and throw it out. Hopefully there's one at the bottom of this trail, just like at the trailhead. Hopefully there's another one there. So there's my bag hanging. It's probably at least 7 or 8 feet tall, maybe even more. I'm 5'8", and figure with my hand, probably close to 6 feet or higher. But I obviously can't even get close to that, and if I jump. It's on a slope too, so it's actually is higher than it appears. And I have the string going down to this tree and tied there. So to get it down, I put a piece of wood in there just to hold it. I tied like a slip knot. And I basically pull that out and pull it, and it just comes right down. So that's what I've been doing lately. I find it easier than doing the PCT method because I can't reach tall enough, and I'm afraid that a bear can still get it. So by doing this, as long as I can get it over a high enough branch, I can actually put it higher. So to me, the only bad part is this: if the bear's smart enough to know what the rope is, he can hit the rope and it'll come down. So, so far I haven't lost my food, so I guess it's working. I'm sure there's some bears out there that, almost fell actually. I'm sure there's some bears. There's a dip in the road. I stepped off. It's not level. There's a ditch from the water running. I'm sure there's some bears that probably know that, But even the PCT method sometimes fails. People don't do it high enough. Most people put stuff too low or too high close to the branch, and they're able to get the branch. And then we'll do it again. A lot of people just keep their food with them, and they don't always seem to have trouble either. So I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in the tent now. I'll get my sleeping bag, put around. It's a quilt, actually. It's not a sleeping bag. I keep calling it a sleeping bag out of habit, but it's a quilt. So what I'll do is I'll get the quilt tied down underneath. It's the first time I'm using it with this sleep setup. I'm going to get inside, get my socks and shoes off. Most importantly, check out my feet before it gets dark, and settle down for the night. Try and get some shut-eye. And wake up again tomorrow and do it again. I'm going to also look over the maps and see what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to phone home, though, and check in, most importantly, with my wonderful wife, Mrs. Drew, who enables me to come out here and do this. I really can't thank her enough. I know she's busy taking care of home, and that enables me to come out here and not worry about that because I know she's got it. But I do appreciate it. And sometimes you have to tell them, because you say it, but I don't know if they really understand that you mean it and that you do really feel that they're supportive. And that's very important because I know a lot of people do not have that support to go out and do this. And I still feel it's incredibly selfish at times to do this. I don't know how I can reconcile that myself, but I'm working on it. So obviously I'm out here, so I guess I did. But I do feel guilty about it sometimes. This is sometimes a selfish endeavor. It's something I need to do probably to be a better me. But and it also gives me something. Obviously I get something out of it besides just torturing myself. There's a sense of satisfaction, accomplishment. And, unwinding nature is good for you. There's no doubt about that. Plenty of studies on that. But hiking does something for me. And her being supportive and enabling me and letting me do this is very, very important to me. And I don't take it for granted. So thank you. Okay, that's enough. I'm done for the night. Check in tomorrow morning.